Here on May the what?
The 9th.
May the 9th.
Mother's Day Eve.
Where are we going?
We're going for our second annual Mount Vernon Cave Wine Dinner. And we're very excited because Chef Noah will be preparing the food.
Can you drink 10 glasses of wine?
We've discussed this before, no. I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live.
I don't have blood in my body. Wine actually runs through my veins. So, what I take in, I take out, it's just...
An exchange?
Yeah, it's
like
fine.
dialysis.
Totally fine.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Let's go. Let's do this thing.
I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live.
We started up the winery. We actually started planting the vineyards in 1997. The tasting room opened up in 2002. I went away to college. In the meantime, I told my folks I kind of want to go away and play a couple years of college basketball, take some wine courses, maybe come back here and start up a company with my folks. So. The vines were growing and growing and growing. Everything was looking great. We were buying some grapes to make wine in our little milk house here. The milk house was built in the 40s and 50s. And they milk cows in this building that whole time before my folks bought the property here in '79. And this was nothing but just farm acreage, of just cattle. That's all this was. So I told my dad, let's make like a little winery out of this. So we started kind of making wine in here. And then people started tasting it in 1999. They tasted this and they said, hey, you guys should go. We want to buy some of this. And people started knocking on the door, hearing that we're making wine here. And they're coming up to my folks' house, banging on the doors, saying, we heard you guys have some wine in here. And I said, we could probably do like a commercial thing. We should make this like a legitimate business one day.
All right, let's go to this cave.
That's awesome.
It is awesome weather.
Especially once the sun goes
So,
down.
I don't know if you remember...
I hate it. Coming up here a couple times.
Yeah, good to see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Are
Are you the chef and the doorman?
Thank you.
Oh, very
We have to
nice.
go down to the back.
Yeah.
So we dug this cave in about 2000, 2001. Moved all the barrels that we had just stacked up in this little winery here at one time. Moved them all down to the cave. Came back and kind of came up with our own little style. That's worked out pretty well for us.
I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live. I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live.
I'm like, no, you don't understand. The squash has to be picked today. So we're at Heidi Watanabe's farm out in West Sacramento picking beautiful summer squash. We've got zucchini, we've got gold bar, we've got crookneck, we've got these beautiful striped ones that I can never remember the name of, but they're phenomenal, all of them. They're beautifully sweet, and that's the very first course we're going to do down in the cave, which is going to be very sliced thin. I'm going to do some julienne, some sliced paper thin in ribbons, and some into rounds, and we're going to toss that with just a touch of rice wine vinegar, a little bit of mint, a little bit of Italian parsley, and a little bit of Thai basil. We're going to mix that together, everything fresh, chopped fresh. We're going to toss that together, a little toasted macadamia nut just for a little texture change in there, a little contrast in texture. And then we're going to do a little bit of goat cheese in there as well, a little bit of fresh chev, and we're going to toss that, just a very light salad, a little bit of citrus as well, a little citrus zest. And it's delicate. It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot going on, but it really is a deep flavor profile, and it's one of my favorite salads this time of year. So it's when you pick them like that, the sweetness is unbelievable. So it's really the only way to do this salad. So to eat them raw, this is the best way to do it. So that's how we did it. We're going to slice that, like I said. Right now, when I get down there, I haven't cut any of them yet. So I'm going to do it as you guys are filling in the cave. I'm going to slice those up. So they'll be extremely fresh cut. Sharper your knife, the better on this one. And I'm just a big fan of these squash salads. So I hope you enjoy that. It sounds very, very simple, and it is. Anybody can do this at home. It's just something that I really enjoy. So the balance of that acid with the rice wine vinegar, the citrus, and just the right amount of salt, it doesn't take a lot, and it's going to be a great way to start it off. So.
So what are you thinking of this salad?
It's very good, good acidity, good crunchiness, very fresh. I like it.
Molly?
It's very good. I enjoyed it.
Ken, how was your salad?
Mint. I've never had mint in a salad, but it was working.
Really good. I love the mint. I love the goat cheese, and there was like a nut or something. Really good.
Courtney, did you like your salad?
I loved it.
Let's see. Oh yeah, apparently she did.
Nobody's left it.
I thought the salad was excellent. It's probably the best salad I've ever had in my life.
It's surprisingly
Number 2, we're going to do a faux pasta. It's actually, if anybody's gluten-free or has any gluten-free friends, which and then there's a bunch of well, I'll just half the people that are gluten-free are full of it. But either way, the ones that are either way, it doesn't matter. Yeah, anybody who fancies themselves gluten-free, it's a great thing to do. I take enoki mushrooms. I discovered this on accident, making a dish for somebody who was gluten-free on the fly, and I take the long white enokis you see in Japanese restaurants, and I cook them down like a spaghetti, like an angel hair. And I actually really, really enjoy it. They hold their texture really well. They'll have a little al dente crunch to them, even when you cook them down quite extensively. So I'm going to do lemon juice in that, butter, and I figured I better add some lobster in there, so that's one of the additions. So I'm going to add a little Maine lobster in that. I'm going to chop it pretty fine. I'm going to kind of add it in as a sauce enhancement, really. But there'll be a few chunks in there as well. I've got quite a bit of lobster meat, so we'll put it in there. We're going to throw it all in. And then I've got Tombo tunas, fresh from Hawaii. And I was actually at Sunfish this morning. I rode my bike up there. And you should have seen me taking this stuff out of there, holding this big box. And I'm left riding the bike. It was quite a challenge. But I had a backpack on from Restaurant Depot. I had picking up supplies. And then this big thing of tuna in my hand. So I almost brought the whole fish, but I didn't think there was any way I could carry it on the bike. So I'm like, well, I probably shouldn't bicycle with the whole fish. I'm going to drop it in there. Then that would have been a good idea. So we broke it down there, 4 loins. I've got those right now. They're sitting in a little bit of white soy sauce. We're going to do a little bit of miso in there as well. We did like a really kind of a rough miso. It's actually a Korean miso paste. It's not a Japanese miso paste. And something I've been using a lot lately. It's got a nice, like, thick, coarse texture to it. And I've been a big fan of this as of late. So it's got just a real unique depth to it. So I'm going to take that, the white soy or the white shoyu, which is from Japan, and then we're going to do I put a little bit of yuzu in there. I'm going to put the yuzu citrus in there, or juice in there only. And there's something else, a little bit extra virgin olive oil, and a little bit of rice bran oil, which is actually out of Yuba City. And I'm going to take that, toss it together, a little salt, a little bit of togarashi powder, or Japanese chili powder. And I'm just going to sear that off on the grill, let it caramelize really nicely, and serve that over the faux pasta. The sauce the butter that I actually melt in with that enoki mushroom will be the sauce base on that plate. Mixed with the lemon, pardon me, a little bit of chicken stock, and that's going to be, I'll accent that with a little bit of chili oil around the outside. It's mostly paprika actually, but it's a paprika and chili infusion into the rice bran oil as well. Just a little addition on the outside, a little color contrast. And I have beautiful purple cauliflower and cheddar cauliflower, the orange cauliflower. Those are both heirloom varietals. A lot of people think those are hybrid, but they're not. Those are originally Italian varietals that were introduced to the U.S. many, many years ago, but they're naturally that way. That's the way God intended for those to be. So we're going to take those. I might slice one raw and hit it with a little citrus just to bring out the color, and do one raw and one cooked, but I'll figure that out last minute as usual. And put together, that'll be your first entree. Second entree, we're going to do filet. So I've got beautiful tenderloins down there. They're actually on the grill right now. If you heard me a second ago walk away and say, hey, tell Ruben to check the grill, that's what is on there right now. So I've got beautiful fillets. Those are very simple. We've got Heidi's green garlic. This is the time of year for green garlic. It's not dried, overly dried. It's perfectly tender, delicate. I love green garlic. In Italy, you see they saute that, or first harvest of garlic, they're chopping it up and sauteing it. You don't have to peel it. You just chop it and you go. And I just love the smell, the flavor, everything about it. It's actually milder than it is once it dries, in my opinion. Then it's not as intrusive. But we're going to saute, or we coated that with on the outside extra virgin olive oil, Cabernet, and fresh thyme, and fresh sage as well. So those are all components from Heidi's farm. Glenn, thank you for driving us out there today. Where'd he go? I know you're about ready to kill me today. I had him going all over every farm in town, but mostly just Heidi's. But it was a kind of a big pain in the butt to get out there. But I do appreciate it, and I'm sure all of you folks will. So we're gonna do mixed marble potatoes. I have purple Peruvian potatoes. I have German butterball potatoes, and I have red potatoes, and these ones that are called the rouge potatoes that have little red flesh to them. We're gonna do a combination of those. Sauteed. We're gonna do a little bacon in there as well, and then we're gonna do some mushrooms in that dish. I've got king trumpets or trumpet royales or king oysters. They go by 3 different names, but it's all the same mushroom. I scored those much like a porcini, grilled those off. Those I already put on the grill. We'll bring those up to temperature in a saute pan. Add some beach mushrooms to that as well. And I have a Cabernet veal stock reduction, or it's actually just a beef stock reduction. I don't know. I just say veal stock out of habit, but it's not veal. But it's the trotter, the beef trotters. They have the highest level of gelatin and the highest level of collagen of any other part of that animal. So it's going to be naturally thickened with the gelatin and collagen extraction. What I do is roast the bones, paint them with tomato paste, and I deglaze the pan with the Cabernet. I also cook down an additional Magnum of Cabernet. I was doing that when I got here today. And add that stock to that. But I replace the bones halfway through the stock process, so I get a double collagen and gelatin content. So that it's all naturally thick. There's no artificial thickeners, no cornstarch or anything of that nature as well. It's 100% just the natural extraction from the bone. So it's going to be a really beautifully rich sauce. It'll stand up perfectly on the plate and match really well. So that's it.
What'd you like the best?
I'm not sure. I mean, for me to say the beef, but then I love the squash salad, I love the tuna with the lobster. But let's see what happens after dessert.
What did you like the best?
Everything was good. I especially like the wine pairings. I thought it really matched well with the courses. The beef went really well with the pizza rod. I thought everything was just really good.
I said I wouldn't mind eating another one.
Molly?
One that's like Rubbermaid.
What was your favorite thing?
I really liked that the lobster tuna dish with mushrooms. I thought that was really good. I like that umami flavor.
Yeah, I did too.
Could you hold that for me?
What was?
Oh, I'm in this way.
What did you like the best, Mark?
I liked the beef, obviously, but surprisingly, I really liked that tuna and lobster and mushroom, shredded mushroom thing.
I can hardly wait to try the dessert.
Oh yeah.
I don't even. It's some kind of chocolate cheesecake.
What else do you have to say?
Happy Mother's Day.
And then break down organic sugar, and then made an organic sugar a caramel sauce, which came out a lot like a butterscotch. I've never done it with this sugar before, and now I'm gonna do a lot with this sugar.
Really good.
Yeah.
And you know what? Everything I ate was really good.
Oh,
Yeah, very tasty.
You're right. We don't picture that.
You know, I guess what I was trying to express when I was explaining it, it's hard to explain because
You
it doesn't
can't-
sound exciting.
Yeah,
But it really is good.
it's just you can't even picture. I tried to picture.
Oh my gosh.
It's rice wine vinegar.
I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live.
Oh really? I wake up at like 5. He woke up at 5.
Yeah, but what about today? I cannot drink 10 glasses of wine and live.